Good evening students, welcome back to online maths class. So in the last class we have completed exercise 3.1 and in the question number 6, so here in this step we have taken r1 by r2 equal to theta 1 by theta 2. Actually it has to be theta 2 by theta 1. So let us make that correction here. Okay, see here. So I'll be solving this once again. So r1 by r2, I'm taking r2 to the left hand side, it goes to the denominator. Now take theta 1 to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. We get theta 2 by theta 1. So substitute the values now, r1 by r2, which is equals to, what is theta 2 here? Theta 2 is 5 pi divided by 12. 5 pi divided by 12, then whole divided by theta 1. Take up the reciprocal. What is theta 1? It is pi by 3. It becomes 3 by pi. 3 by pi. So here pi and pi get cancels. 3 ones are 3 fours. What we have now? It is 5 by 4. So r1 by r2, this is equals to 5 divided by 4. This implies r1 is to r2. R1 is to r2. R1 is to r2, which is equals to 5 is to 4. It is 5 is to 4. So this is the required answer. So it is 5 is to 4. So make this correction. Then I will be going for the next concept. Well, the next concept, it is trigonometric functions. In 10th standard you have studied about trigonometric ratios for acute angles. Now we are going to extend that to trigonometric functions for any angle. Here the angle will be there in the radian. So to understand this concept, I will be considering a unit circle. Unit circle means a circle whose radius is 1 unit. A circle whose radius is 1 unit. So that will be the unit circle. A circle whose radius will be 1 unit. Well, now I will be drawing the y-axis and the x-axis. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So here I will be considering some points. Those points are A, B, C, D. So this is the x-axis, whereas this is the y-axis. This is our x dash. This is our y dash. So this point is the center of the circle. It is the center of the circle. Now what I will do, I will take a point P on the unit circle. Let us take a point P on the unit circle. Taking a point P on the unit circle. So let us mark that. So this point is A. This is the point B. This will be the point C. This will be the point D. And here we are taking the point P whose coordinates are A comma B. So P of A comma B. Now what I will do, from the point P, I will be drawing a perpendicular to the x-axis. So from the point P, let us draw the perpendicular to the x-axis. So this will be the perpendicular. From the point P, we have drawn the perpendicular to the x-axis. I will be taking this point as M. Let us take this point as M now. So this is the point M. So now here this is the point P whose coordinates are A comma B. A is the x coordinate and B is the y coordinate. So OM is going to be the x coordinate of this point, that is A. So OM, it will be A. Then this PM is nothing but the y coordinate of the point P. So this is perpendicular to y-axis. So here at this point the y coordinate it is B. So this will obviously be b, small b, this height PM, it is going to be small b. Now, so here this OP makes an angle x radian, with the positive x-axis. It makes an angle x radian with the positive x-axis. So here this will be the arc length. This is going to be arc length, so that will also be x. Whenever you have the x radian angle, so arc length will also be x. If you have 1 radian here, this arc length will also be 1. So that is about the arc length. So now we have taken the unit circle. That means this OP will be the radius of the circle. What is OP here? It is the radius, that is 1 unit. The radius is 1 here. So now OA and OP both are radius. That means OA is going to be 1 here. This distance from the origin is going to be 1. So the coordinates of A are 1, 0. Why we have taken 1, 0? The point A is on the x-axis. Whenever the point lies on the x-axis, whose y coordinate will always be 0. That is why I have taken y coordinate as 0. Now come to the point B. So the point B is there on the y-axis. That means x coordinate must be 0. So here x coordinate must be 0. Then what will be the y coordinate now? So this is going to be the y coordinate. That is the radius. Here the radius, it is 1 unit. So it is 0, 1. Then now come to the point C. What are the coordinates of the point C here? Since we are in the negative x-axis, we have to take x coordinate as -1. So here the coordinates of C are -1, 0. Again the point C is on the x-axis, y coordinate must be 0. Now come to the point D. Point D is on the y-axis, x coordinate must be 0, and this OD will be the radius. Since we are in the negative y-axis, it has to be -1. This has to be -1. So these are the coordinate. What are the coordinates of the point ABCD now? 1, 0, 0, 1, -1, 0, 0, -1. Now I'll consider the triangle OMP. It is right angled at M. Let us consider the triangle OMP. So now, yes, in triangle OMP, get the value of sin x and cos x. So sin x which is equals to, what was the definition of a sine? It is opposite by hypotenuse. So for this angle, this PM will be the opposite side by hypotenuse, that is OP. So sin x which is equals to PM by OP, opposite side by hypotenuse. Andre abhimukha bahu by vikarana anta agtade. So what is sin x now? It is PM by OP. PM is nothing but B here. What is PM? It is B. Divided by OP. What is OP? It is the radius. Radius is 1 unit here. So I'll be writing 1 here. So overall, what we have now, this implies B by 1, it will be B. Then sin x which is equals to B. So next we will have to find the value of cos x. So this is sin x now, sin x equal to B. Similarly, I will be going for the cos x. Well, and cos x which is equals to so it is adjacent by hypotenuse. What is the adjacent? It is OM. OM is the adjacent by hypotenuse. It is OP. So what is OM here? What is OM? OM it is small a, OM it is a, so a by 1 it will be a, so a by 1 it will be a, so overall we can write cos x which is equals to a, we have cos x equal to a. So here we have got the value of cos x and sin x. What we have got now? We have got cos x and sin x. So now cos x it will be a and sin x it will be b. So here instead of writing p of a comma b, can we write p of cos x comma sin x? Yes, we can write. ಆ ಥರನೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಜಾಗದಾಗ ಏನು ಬರಿಬೋದು ನಾವು ಕಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕಮ ಸೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕಮ ಸೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು 1 second. Now yes, in the same triangle OMP, apply the Pythagoras theorem now. What we get? So OM square plus EMP square which is equals to OP square. In triangle OMP, in triangle OMP, so OM square, I am applying the Pythagoras theorem. OM square plus MP square, OM square plus MP square, OM square plus MP square which is equals to OP square. This is equals to OP square. So what is OM square? It is A square. Overall we get A square plus B square. MP is nothing but B square. So A square plus B square which is equals to 1. A square plus B square which is equals to 1. So what is A here? A is nothing but cos x and B is going to be sin x. So here overall I can write cos square x plus sin square x, cos square x plus sin square x which is equals to 1. So for any point on the unit circle, we can write cos square x plus sin square x which is equals to 1. If we take any point on this unit circle, so this relation holds good. So this relation will be true. So now observe the angles here. So what will be the angle AOB? Observe the angle AOB now. This angle it will be 90 degree. And then observe the angle AOC. It is this angle. It is going to be 180 degree or pi radian. So this will be 90 means it is pi by 2 radian. Now observe the angle AOD. So that is this angle. It is 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 radian. So this we will have to write now. Yes. Let us write this information. Yes. Here angle AOB, here the angle AOB will be pi by 2 radian. It will be pi by 2 radian. And then angle AOC it will be pi radian. And then angle AOD, and then angle AOD it will be 3 pi by 2 radian. So observe these angles now. All these angles are integral multiples of pi by 2. So pi by 2 is nothing but 1 into pi by 2. So this is pi by 2. Then pi is nothing but 2 into pi by 2. So it is pi. Then 3 pi by 2, it is 3 into pi by 2. 3 into pi by 2, it is 3 pi by 2. So observe this pattern now. Is it nothing but the integral multiple of pi by 2? All these angles are integral multiples of pi by 2. So such angles are called quadrantal angles. All the angles which are integral multiples of pi by 2 are called quadrantal angles. So let us write the point here. All the angles which are integral multiples of pi by 2. See here, the point is all the angles which are integral multiple of pi by 2, which are integral multiples of pi by 2, which are integral multiples of pi by 2 are called quadrantal angles. Are called quadrantal angles. Are called quadrantal angles. Are called quadrantal angles. So now we will have to find the values of those quadrantal angles now. So what is the definition of a quadrantal angle now? All the angles which are integral multiples of pi by 2 are called quadrantal angles. Pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, what will be the next angle now? That is 4 pi by 2. See here. 4 times pi by 2. So 1 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2. So here 2 ones are 2 2s. That is nothing but 2 pi. So after 3 pi by 2, the next angle it will be 2 pi. So this is about the quadrantal angles. Next we will have to go for quadrantal angles. For quadrantal angles, we will have to list out all those values now. We have, so see here, cos 0 degree, and then here I'll be writing sin 0 degree. Sin 0 degree value, and then what is the next angle? It is cos pi by 2. Then here it will be sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2. Then cos pi, and then here it will be sin pi. Then what is the next angle? It will be cos 3 pi by 2 and sin 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2, and then here I'll be writing sin 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2. So what is the next angle now? It will be 2 pi. The next angle it will be 2 pi. So cos 2 pi, and then here we have sin 2 pi. We will have to write the values of all these angles now. What will be those values? So let us go ahead with writing those values. So see here, let me take the 0 degree. In the first case, I'll be taking the 0 degree. So 0 degree means consider this unit circle. So here this point is nothing but either 0 degree or 2 pi radian. One complete revolution. I start from this point and again coming back to the same point. Either it makes a 0 degree or 2 pi radian ಅಥವಾ 360 degree ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So now so 0 degree means we have to consider the x-axis. It is the x-axis. So what is this point now? A coordinates of A are going to be cos 0 degree comma sin 0 degree. Are you able to understand what was the general point? The general point was P of cos x comma sin x. So this is the general point. Now you are at the 0 degree, you are on the x-axis. That means it will be either 0 degree or 2 pi radian. So that is why I have written the coordinates of the point A as cos 0 degree comma sin 0 degree. Now compare these two. Cos 0 degree value it is 1. Compare the corresponding x coordinate and the corresponding y coordinate. So here cos 0 it will be 1, whereas sin 0 it is 0. So that we will have to write now. Cos 0 degree it is 1, sin 0 degree it is 0. That means on the x-axis y coordinate should be 0. So sin x is the y coordinate. Since you are on the x-axis, it is making an angle 0 degree. That is why I replaced x by 0 degree. Here it is also 0 degree, but the value it is 1. Now what is the next angle? It is pi by 2. Now again come back to the unit circle, pi by 2. Yes. So till here it will be pi by 2. This entire angle is going to be pi by 2. Pi by 2 means you are on the y-axis. You are on the y-axis. On y-axis, x coordinate must be 0. On y-axis, x coordinate must be 0. So here the coordinates of the point B can also be written as cos pi by 2 comma sin pi by 2. Depends on the general point. The general point was cos x comma sin x. You are on the y-axis. On y-axis means with respect to x-axis it is making an angle of 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. So that is why I am writing cos pi by 2 comma sin pi by 2. So compare the corresponding x coordinate and the corresponding y coordinates here. So cos pi by 2 value it will be 0, whereas sin pi by 2 value it will be 1. So what is the value of cos pi by 2? It is 0, and sin pi by 2 it is 1. So that we will have to write. Because on y-axis x coordinate must be 0. X coordinate means it is cos x. That is why cos 90 value it is 0. So let us write those values here. Well, cos pi by 2 it is 0, whereas sin pi by 2 it is 1. Now which is the next angle? It is pi. Pi means again you are coming back to the x-axis, on the x-axis. Yes. So now this will be the angle pi. This is the angle pi radian. It is pi radian. So what are the coordinates of the point C? Minus 1 comma 0. So here I can write the coordinates of the point C as cos pi, because the angle is pi, cos pi comma sin pi, cos pi comma sin pi. On the x-axis y coordinate will be 0. That means sin pi it will be 0. And then what about cos pi? Cos pi it is minus 1. Cos pi it is minus 1. Compare these two with the given points. So sin pi value it is 0, whereas cos pi value it is minus 1. That we will have to write. So what is cos pi? So it is minus 1, and sin pi it is 0. Sin pi it will be 0. Next, what is the next angle now? It is 3 pi by 2. That means 270 degree. 3 pi by 2 means again it is on the y-axis. See here. So this angle will be 3 pi by 2. This is the angle 3 pi by 2. So I can rewrite these coordinates now. The coordinates of D can also be written as cos 3 pi by 2 comma sin 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2, because the angle is 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 radian here. Now compare these two with the given points. Cos 3 pi by 2 it is 0, whereas sin 3 pi by 2 it is minus 1, because you are on the y-axis. On y-axis x coordinate must be 0. On y-axis x coordinate means cos 3 pi by 2. This has to be 0, whereas sin 3 pi by 2 value must be minus 1. So let us write those values now. cos 3 pi by 2 it is 0. So this will be 0, whereas sin 3 pi by 2 or sin 270 degree now onwards it is minus 1. So this will be minus 1. Now what is the last one? It is cos 2 pi and sin 2 pi. So again you are coming back to the same point, that is one complete revolution. So this is one complete revolution. One second. This will be one complete revolution now. Coming back to the same point. So here I can rewrite the coordinates of the point A as cos 2 pi comma sin 2 pi. Cos 2 pi comma sin 2 pi. Cos 2 pi comma sin 2 pi, because this point makes either 0 degree or 2 pi radian. Now compare cos 2 pi comma sin 2 pi with 1 comma 0. On x-axis y coordinate must be 0. That means sin 2 pi it will be 0, whereas cos 2 pi it is plus 1. Let us write those two values here. Sin 2 pi it is 0, whereas cos 2 pi it is plus 1. So these are some of the standard values you will have to remember. Cos 0 it is 1, cos 90 it is 0, cos 180 it is minus 1, whereas cos 270 it is 0, and cos 2 pi it is plus 1, and sin 0 it is 0, sin 90 it is 1, sin 180 that is sin pi it will be 0, and sin 3 pi by 2 or sin 270 degree it is minus 1, and sin 360 degree or 2 pi radian value it will be 0. I hope you understood how we have got all these values. So well, let us complete the table for all the angles in radians. So first one it will be 0 degree, the 0 radian, one and the same. So it is 0 degree. Next one it will be 30 degree, that is pi by 6 radian. And then 45 degree it is pi by 4 radian, pi by 4. Then it will be 60 degree or pi by 3 radian. I am writing in radian. Then next one it has to be 90 degree or pi by 2 radian, pi by 2 radian. Next it has to be 180 degree or pi radian. Next 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 radian, 3 pi by 2 radian. And the last one it is 2 pi radian or 360 degrees. So let us write the sin 0 it is 0. Then sin 30 it will be 1 by 2. Then sin 45 or sin pi by 4 it is 1 by root 2. Then sin 60 degree, sin 60 degree value it will be root 3 by 2. Then sin 90 it is 1. Then sin 180 it is 0. Then sin 3 pi by 2 it is minus 1. Sin 2 pi which is again 0. Sin 2 pi which is again 0. So now come to cos. Cos 0 degree it is 1. Cos 0 degree the value it will be 1. Then cos pi by 6 or cos 30 degree it will be root 3 by 2. Then cos pi by 4 it is 1 by root 2 as it is. Then cos 60 degree it will be 1 by 2. Cos 60 degree it will be 1 by 2. Then cos 90 it is 0. Cos 90 it is 0. Then cos pi or cos 180 degree it is minus 1. It is minus 1. Then cos 3 pi by 2 it will be 0. Then cos 2 pi it will be plus 1. Cos 2 pi it will be plus 1. Then tan. So tan 0 degree is nothing but sin 0 by cos 0. So 0 by 1 it will be 0. Then 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. 2 get cancels. We have 1 by root 3. 1 divided by root 3. Then the next angle it is tan 45 degree. 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2. Both get cancels. We have 1. Then tan 60 degree. 2 get cancels. We have root 3. We have root 3. Then tan 90 degree, 1 by 0, it will be infinity or not defined. It is not defined or infinity. Then what is the next angle? It is pi radian or 180 degree. So it will be 0 by minus 1. 0 by minus 1 it will be 0. Then the next one, it is 3 pi by 2 or 270 degree. So minus 1 by 0, it will be ND or not defined clearly. So ND. Then the next one, it is tan 2 pi or tan 360 degree. 0 by 1, it will be 0. So it is 0. So this is the complete table. You will have to remember number one. So this table plays a very important role in mathematics as well as physics. So you will have to remember this. So just go through this. In tomorrow's class, I'll be covering some more concepts. Thank you.